Abram went up out of Egypt, he and his wife, and all that he had, and Lot with him into the south. And Abram was very rich in cattle, in silver, and in gold. And he went on his journeys from the south, even to Bethel, unto the place where his tent had been at the beginning, between Bethel and Hai, unto the place of the altar which he had made there at first. And there Abram called on the name of the Lord.
Let's go to verse 14. We can skip down right here.
Verse 14. And the Lord said unto Abram, after that Lot was separated from him, lift up now thine eyes, and look from the place where thou art northward, and southward, and eastward, and westward. For all the land which thou seest to thee will I give it.
So this was the land of Canaan that the Most High promised to Abraham if he did what he said, right? But go ahead.
And to thy seed forever. And I will make thy seed as the dust of the earth, so that if a man can number the dust of the earth, then shall thy seed also be numbered.
Can we be numbered? Esau always taking census, right? But they can't never number us because everybody don't vote. Everybody don't take part in their wicked census, right? Could they number them then? No, they couldn't, right? But go ahead.
Arise, walk through the land in the length of it and in the breadth of it, for I will give it unto thee. Then Abram removed his tent and came and dwelt in the plain of Mamre, which is in Hebron, and built there an altar unto the Lord.
So with that, let's go to Genesis 15:1.
Verse 1. After these...
Hold up. Let's go. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Genesis 15:1.
After these things, the word of the Lord came unto Abram.
14:1. My bad. I skipped over. Genesis 14:1. Because I want to show y'all something right quick. Genesis 14:1. I want to show y'all something right quick. Go ahead.
And it came to pass in the days of Amraphel, king of Shinar, Arioch, king of Elasar, Chedorlaomer, king of Elam, and Tidal, kings of nations, that these made war with Bera, king of Sodom, and with Bersha, king of Gomorrah, Shinab, king of Admah, and Shemeber.
So I came here to show y'all, tongue twisted like I be when I get to them words. But I came here to show y'all that the Most High said he's a man of war, and he always delivered the children of Israel during the time of war, right? But go ahead, because that's power, right?
All these were joined together in the valve of Siddim, which is the Salt Sea.
Go ahead.
12 years they served Chedorlaomer, and in the 13th year they rebelled. And in the 14th year came Chedorlaomer and the kings that were with him, and smote the Rephaims and Ashtaroth, Karnim, and Zuzims, and Ham, and the Emims, and Shavah,
Kirathim,
and the Horites, in their Mount Seir, unto Elparan, which is by the wilderness. And they returned and came to Enmusphat, and which is Kadesh, and smote all the country of the Amalekites.
So the Amalekites was there fighting too. Go ahead.
And also the Amorites that dwelt in Hazazantamar.
Go ahead.
And there went out the king of Sodom, and the king of Gomorrah, and the king of Admah, and the king of Zeboim, and the king of Bela, the same as Zor, and they joined battle with them, the vale of Siddim.
Go ahead, keep going.
With Chedorlaomer, the king of Elam, and with Tidal, king of nations, and Amraphel, king of Shinar, and Arioch, king of Elasar, 4 kings with 5.
Skip down to verse 13.
Verse 13. And there came one that had escaped and told Abram the Hebrew, for he dwelt in the plain of Mamre, the Amorite.
He came to Abraham because they had took his nephew, which was Lot. Go ahead. And let's see what Abraham did. Go ahead.
Brother of Eshol, the brother of Anar, and these were confederate with Abram. And when Abram heard that his brother was taken captive, he armed his trained servants.
So here you have a righteous man of the Most High. He had trained servants, 300 of them to be exact. But go ahead.
His trained servants, born in his own house, 318, and pursued them unto Dan. And he divided himself against them, he and his servants, by night, and smote them, and pursued them unto Hobah, which is on the left hand of Damascus. And he brought back all the goods, and also brought again his brother Lot, and his goods, and the women also, and the people.
Go ahead,
And the king of Sodom went out to meet him after his return from the slaughter of Chedorlaomer, and of the kings that were with him at the valley of Shaveh, which is the king's dale. And Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought...
Who was that? Yahushua. He was always on the scene, right? With the righteous, right? So Yahushua was always showing his power. The Most High was always showing his power through his righteous, right? But go ahead.
And Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought forth bread and wine, and he was the priest of the Most High God. And he blessed him and said, Blessed be Abram of the Most High God, possessor of heaven and earth. And blessed be the Most High God, which have delivered thine enemies into thine hand.
So the Most High did that for Abraham and Lot. Because if we go to war right now, you think the Most High do it? Yeah, if we all righteous. But if we wicked, he won't. But go ahead.
And he gave him tithes of all. And the king of Sodom said unto Abram, Give me the persons, and take the goods to thyself. And Abram said to the king of Sodom, I have lifted up mine hand unto the Lord.
So this is more power being showed through Abraham right here. He's going up against a king. He didn't have a whole kingship right here, right? But go ahead, read that again.
And Abram said to the king of Sodom, I have lifted up mine hand unto the Lord, the Most High God, the possessor of heaven and earth.
So the Most High is the possessor of heaven and earth. And Abraham relayed that to the king of Sodom. But go ahead.
That I will not take from a thread even to a shoe latchet, and that I will not take anything that is thine, lest thou shouldest say, I have made Abram rich. Save only that which the young men have eaten, and the portion of the men which went with me, Aner, Eshol, and Mamre. Let them take their portion.
So let's go to Genesis 15:1 now.
And after these things, the word of the Lord came unto Abram in a vision, saying, Fear not, Abram, I am thy shield, and thy exceeding great reward.
Didn't the Most High already show him that he was his shield when he went to war with his 300 men? But go ahead.
And Abram said, Lord God, what wilt thou give me, seeing I go childless, and the steward of my house is this Eleazar of Damascus?
Go ahead.
And Abram said, Behold, to me thou hast given no seed, and lo, one born in my house is mine heir. And behold, the word of the Lord came unto him, saying, This shall not be thine heir, but he that shall come forth out of thine own bowels shall be thine heir.
Which was Isaac, right? Go ahead.
And he brought him forth abroad and said, Look now toward heaven, and tell the stars, if thou be able to number them. And he said unto him, So shall thy seed be.
So the children of Israel is as the sand of the sea, as the stars. Can't nobody number them. Can't nobody count them, right? But go ahead.
And he believed in the Lord, and he counted it to him for righteousness.
Nah, he didn't believe.
And he believed in the Lord.
He believed in the Lord. Do we believe in the Lord? Absolutely. That's why we're here on the third new moon, right? Go ahead.
And he counted it to him for righteousness. And he said unto him, I am the Lord that brought thee out of Ur of Chaldees to give thee this land to inherit it. And he said, Lord God, whereby shall I know that I shall inherit it? And he said unto him, Take me an heifer of 3 years old, and a she-goat of 3 years old, and a ram of 3 years old, and a turtle dove, and a young pigeon. And he took unto him all these, and divided them in the midst, and laid each piece one against another. But
how did Abraham know to do all of this if the law wasn't in effect, as some people say? The law was already in effect. That's why he was giving these offerings, right? But go ahead.
But the birds divided he not. And when the fowls came down upon the carcasses, Abram drove them away. And when the sun was going down, a deep sleep fell upon Abram, and lo, an horror of great darkness fell upon him. And he said unto Abram, Know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in the land that is not theirs.
So pay attention to this, because I'm going to show y'all something. He said, Know of a surety that thou shalt be a stranger in the land that is not theirs, and shall do what?
And shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years.
Was this the first this Egyptian captivity? Did they serve 400 years?
Nope.
Which captivity was this? This right here. So I want to show y'all that. So with that, let's go to Acts 7 and 6. Because Most High always tell you what he going to do, and it comes to pass. So I want to show y'all that.
Book of Acts, chapter 7, verse 6. And the Most High spoke on this wise, that his seed should sojourn in a strange land, and that they should bring them into bondage, and entreat them evil 400 years.
400 years, right? So we know that this wasn't talking about the Egyptian captivity. This is talking about the captivity now. Because you can get that in Deuteronomy 28:68 when we started coming over here in cargo slave ships. So with that, let's go here right quick. Let's go to Exodus chapter 2. I want 12 and 13.
Book of Exodus, chapter 2, verse 12. And he looked this way and that way.
So what was Moses doing right here, y'all? Huh? He was looking out for his brethren, right? He came to his senses because he was under Egyptian kingship, right? But go ahead.
And when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptian
He slew the Egyptian, right? Go ahead.
and hid him in the sand. And when he went out the second day, behold, 2 men of the Hebrews strove together. And he said to him that did the wrong, wherefore smitest thou thy fellow? And he said, who made thee a prince and a judge over us? Intendest thou to kill me, as thou killest the Egyptian? And Moses feared and said, surely this thing is known.
So he knew the thing was known, but go ahead, Doc.
Now when Pharaoh heard this thing, he sought to slay Moses. But Moses fled from the face of Pharaoh and dwelt in the land of Midian, and he sat down by a well.
So there, that's when Moses met his wife, right? So let's go back to Acts. Because we're going to show you that the Egyptian Egyptian captivity was not the 400-year captivity it's talking about today. Acts 7 and 23 through 37.
Acts chapter 7, verse 23. And when he was full 40 years old.
Wait, how old was he?
40 years old.
He was 40 years old. But he got the prophecy long time ago, right? But go ahead.
It came into his heart to visit his brethren, the children of Israel. And seeing one of them suffer wrong, he defended him and avenged him that was oppressed and smote the Egyptian. For he supposed his brethren would have understood how that the Most High by his hand would deliver them, but they understood not.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
And the next day he showed himself unto them as they strove, and would have set them at one again, saying, Sirs, ye are brethren, why do ye wrong one to another? But he that did his neighbor wrong thrust him away, saying, who made thee a ruler and a judge over us? Wilt thou kill me, as thou didst the Egyptian yesterday? Then fled Moses at this saying, and was a stranger in the land of Midian, where he begat 2 sons.
But go ahead, Doc.
And when 40 years were expired, there appeared to him in the wilderness of Mount Sinai an angel of the Most High in a flame of fire in a bush.
So that was another 40 years, right? Moses left Egypt at 40, and then another 40 years. So that's 80 years, right? But go ahead.
When Moses saw it, he wondered at the sight. And as he drew near to behold it, the voice of the Most High came unto him, saying, I am the God of thy fathers, the God of Abraham, and the God of Isaac.
See how many times the Most High keep repeating it to us? I'm that one true God.
Yep.
But go ahead.
I am the God of Abraham, and the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. Then Moses trembled and durst not behold.
Go ahead.
Then said the Most High to him, Put off thy shoes from thy feet, for the place where thou standest is holy ground. I have seen the affliction of my people which is in Egypt, and I have heard their groaning, and am come down to deliver them.
So the Most High is going to send him back to Egypt, right? So we know our off top is 80 years in the past, which we're going to see that they wasn't in captivity for 400 years there, right? But go ahead.
And now come, I will send thee into Egypt. This Moses whom they refused, saying, Who made thee a ruler and a judge? The same did the Most High send to be a ruler and a deliverer by the hand of the angel which appeared to him in the bush.
Y'all see where we get our power from? But go ahead.
He brought them out. After that he showed wonders and signs in the land of Egypt, and in the Red Sea, and in the wilderness 40 years.
Go ahead.
This is that Moses, which said unto the children of Israel, A prophet shall the Most High, your power, raise up unto you of your brethren, like unto me.
Absolutely.
Him shall ye hear.
Him shall ye hear. That's the power of the Most High, right? So with that, let's go here. Let's go to Exodus 7. I want 1 through 7.
Exodus chapter 7 and verse 1. And the Lord said unto Moses, See, I have made thee a god to Pharaoh, and Aaron thy brother shall be thy prophet. Thou shalt speak all that I command thee, and Aaron thy brother shall speak unto Pharaoh, that he send the children of Israel out of his land. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart, and multiply my signs and my wonders in the land of Egypt. But Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that I may lay my hand upon Egypt, and bring forth mine armies and my people, the children of Israel, out of the land of Egypt.
So the Most High is going to deliver us out of the land of Egypt, right? His armies, right? But go ahead.
And my people, the children of Israel, out of the land of Egypt by great judgments. And the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord, when I stretch forth mine hand upon Egypt, and bring out the children of Israel from among them. And Moses and Aaron did as the Lord commanded them, so did they. And Moses was 80 years old.
Wait, how old was he?
80 years old.
So he was 80 what?
And Aaron 83 years old, when they
So-
spake unto Pharaoh.
Y'all see the prophecy and y'all see the power of the Most High? He was 80 years old. So the children of Israel was not in Egypt for 400 years during the Egyptian captivity. That's power, right? So with that, let's go back there right quick. Genesis 15:13. Aaron was 83 and Moses was 80. Yeah.
Genesis 15:3. And Abram said, Behold, to me thou hast given no seed, and lo, one born in my...
Genesis 15:13.
Oh, 13, excuse me. And he said unto Abram, Know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years.
400 years. This prophecy was given long ago, right? And it came to pass. So everybody in here should be like trembling, believing in the Most High, knowing like, man, ain't nobody else got this power like the Most High got this power. Because we got one true God, right? But go ahead.
And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterward shall they come out with great substance.
Y'all know that's going to happen? Y'all should be glad and cheerful right there.
Come.
Because y'all seen the captivity that we in, the 400-year prophecy that was given long ago, but now we suffering, right? But let's go here. Because the Most High is going to do it again, right? So with that, let's go to Isaiah 42, 8 and 9. Because the Most High did it before and he going to do it again. But I want to show y'all this right quick because he always talk, right? Go ahead.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 42, verse 8. I am the Lord, that is my name, and my glory will I not give.
So the Most High let you know he's your power, right? He said that's his name. His glory, he ain't giving it to nobody else. How many people said the world is going to end and Christ told me this and the world ain't in yet? Remember they had the 2K scare? People was selling all their stuff, giving all their stuff to the false prophets, going broke, right? Thinking the world was going to end and it didn't end, right? But go ahead,
I am the Lord, that is my name, and my glory will I not give to another.
So he ain't give it to nobody. Go ahead, read 9.
Neither my praise to graven images. Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them.
So before they spring forth, he always telling us, right? So with that, let's get another precept to back that up. Let's go to John. St. John chapter 13, I want 16 through 19.
The book of John, chapter 13, verse 16.
Because like I said, Christ didn't never say anything different from what the Most High told him, right? But go ahead.
Verily, verily, I say unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord, neither he that is sent greater than he that sent him.
So the Most High sent Yahushua. Yahushua was like, I'm not greater than the Most High. Because that's who sent me, right? But go ahead.
If ye know these things, happy are ye if you do them.
So we know them, right? Because we getting the prophecy through the obedience, right? Go ahead.
I speak not of you all. I know whom I have chosen. But that
Didn't he choose us? Right? Go ahead.
But that the scripture may be fulfilled, he that eateth bread with me hath lifted up his heel against me. Now I tell you before it comes, that when it is come to pass, ye may believe that I am he.
So Christ always gave the same warning, but he always let it be known. What's going to happen to this world, y'all? It's going to be destroyed. And we see the prophecy. We see the power of the one true God, right? So with that, let's go here. Let's go to Jeremiah 23. I'm on 6 and 7. Because it's going to happen again. So be prepared. Get your spirit right. Get your mind right. Because that second coming is coming, y'all. Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 6 and 7.
Verse 6. In his days, Judah shall be saved. And
Wait, who going to be saved?
In his days, Judah shall be saved.
So Judah going to be saved. The southern kingdom, right? Go ahead.
And Israel shall dwell in safety.
The southern kingdom. We all going to be in safety, right? Together, right? But go ahead.
And this is his name whereby he shall be called, the Lord our righteousness.
The Most High, right? Go ahead.
Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that they shall no more say, the Lord liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
So that was the Egyptian captivity, right? They was delivered already. He said they ain't going to have to say that no more. But y'all see the power of the one true God that we got? He going to tell us everything before it happened. So get ready for that coming. Right? Go ahead.
But the Lord liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country.
Where we at? Where we at?
That's right.
We in the north country. Get ready, y'all. Go ahead.
And from all countries whither I had driven them.
So we're going to be delivered from everywhere we in captivity at, right? But that's the power of the one true God. He said he always going to tell us and let us know what's going on before it happened. So all I'm going to say is get ready. But go ahead.
And they shall dwell in their own land.
So we're going to go back to the land that he originally promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? So with that, let's go here. Let's go to Romans 9 and 26.
The book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 26. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them.
Wait, it says it's always going to come to pass, right?
God,
The Most High always give us that forewarning, right? But what's going to come to pass? Go
that
ahead.
in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people.
Isn't it said here in America, we not the children of the Most High? They've been lying to us for years. What's going to be said?
There shall they be called the children of the living God.
Y'all are the children of the living God. Y'all Israel. So we should know we got one true God, right? One power, right? Just as Christ said, right? Yep. So with that, let's get another one. Because this is something that's happening right now. When we came from New York, I was on the plane and I'm filming a chariot. My brother Amataza, wherever he was going, that he filmed some chariots, right? So we getting firsthand accounts of these chariots. We not just seeing it, but we on the news and on other people's news feed, Facebook and all that, and social media. We seeing it happen in person. I remember when we was a City of Truth. The brothers, we prayed, we was on our way to Kahan's house, and we asked the Most High to allow us to see an angel. When we seen the chariot, and we seen it, right? We even seen some at a couple of the feasts, right? Absolutely, that's what I was referring to off of Manchester. But this thing is happening to us, right? Let's go to 2 Kings 6 and 17. Because this is the power of the Most High, the power of our God, right?
Book of 2 Kings, chapter 6, verse 17. And Elisha prayed and said, Lord, I pray thee, open his eyes that he may see. And the Lord opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha.
But you can read that in Ezekiel. It shows you how these chariots look, right? But I'm going to show y'all again because we're not going to even go there. Let's go here. Let's go to Christ. Because when Christ got in trouble, he was like, man, check this out. Matthew 26:53. Yeah, Matthew 26 and 53.
Book of Matthew, chapter 26, verse 53. Thinkest thou that I cannot pray to my Father?
Read verse 52.
Verse 52. Then said Yahweh unto him, put up again thy sword into his place.
So Christ knew what was happening to him, right? He knew he had to suffer for the children of Israel. But he told Peter and them to get a sword, and they went and got 2 swords. So he like, put your sword up right now, right? Go ahead.
For all they that take the sword shall perish with the sword. Thinkest thou that I cannot now pray to my Father, and he shall presently give me more than 12 legions of angels?
So who? In 2 Kings, how many angels did he see? It was chariots covered the mountains, right? But Christ knew that the Most High had this same power. So let's go to another thing right here. Because he always gives this to the prophets. Let's go to Zechariah 5:1.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 5, verse 1. Then I turned and lifted up my eyes, and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll.
A flying roll, right? What kind of roll? Have y'all ever seen a flying roll? That's referring to them chariots that Christ talked about, right? But go ahead.
The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it.
Go ahead.
I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name.
So we constantly seeing the power of the Most High. These chariots ain't tore nothing up yet, but we know they coming, right? But go ahead.
And it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof.
Go ahead.
Then the angel that talked with me went forth and said unto me, Lift up now thine eyes, and see what it is that goeth forth.
So that was them chariots that was going forth. But go ahead, finish that. Or that was all of that?
That was all 5.
Yeah, that's right. That's all I needed. So with that, let's go here. Because I want to show y'all something. Let's go here right quick. I wrote that. Let me get this scripture right quick. If I be a prophet of God. Yeah. I really want. Here we go. 2 Kings, chapter 1, verse 10. Second Kings chapter 1, verse 10. Because this is the power of the Most High, right? Go ahead.
Book of 2 Kings, chapter 1, verse 10. And Elijah answered and said to the captain of 50, If I be a man of the Most High, then let fire come down from heaven.
So who is our power? Because he said, if I be a man of the Most High, which is our power, the one true God, he said, let fire come down and consume the 50. And let's see what the Most High did.
Then let fire come down from heaven and consume thee and thy 50. And there came down fire from heaven and consumed him and his 50. Again also he sent unto him another captain of 50 with his 50.
Yep.
And he answered and said unto him, O man of God, thus hath the king said, Come down quickly. And Elijah answered and said unto them, If I be a man of God, let fire come down from heaven and consume thee and thy 50.
Let's see what the Most High did. Go ahead.
And the fire of God came down from heaven.
No, it wasn't the fire of God.
And the fire of God came down from heaven.
That was the fire of the Most High, right? The one true God, right? Go ahead.
And consumed him and his 50.
Y'all see the power of the Most High?
God.
Don't we got a powerful God?
God.
All praises. So with that, let's go to Zechariah 14. I want 1 through 9. All praises. Let's get it right here. We're going to get some praise right here. Zechariah 14. And we're going to read 1 through 9.
Zechariah chapter 14, verse 1. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, and thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee.
So we know that the day of the Lord is coming. Ezekiel said, warn them from me. Because the children of Israel don't have to be warned from nobody else. Only the Most High, right? He got the power to kill us now and the power to kill us spiritually. We're going to burn in heaven in hell forever, right? But go ahead.
For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravished.
So we see the power of the Most High, because this is what's going to happen, right? But go ahead.
And half of the city shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city. Then shall the Lord go forth and fight against those nations, as when he fought in the day of battle. And his feet shall stand in that day upon the Mount of Olives,
So you see the Most High is going to fight this battle, right? But go ahead.
Which is verse 4, and his feet shall stand in that day upon the Mount of Olives, which is before Jerusalem on the east, and the Mount of Olives shall cleave in the midst thereof toward the east and toward the west, and there shall be a very great valley, and half of the mountain shall remove toward the north, and half of it toward the south. And ye shall flee to the valley of the mountains, for the valley of the mountains shall reach unto Azal. Yea, ye shall flee like as ye fled from before the earthquake in the days of Uzziah, king of Judah. And the Lord my God shall come, and all the saints with thee. And it shall come to pass in that day.
So the Most High going to bring all the saints back with him. We're going to follow him, right? But go ahead.
And it shall come to pass in that day that the light shall not be clear nor dark, but it shall be one day which shall be known to the Lord, not day nor night, but it shall come to pass that at evening time it shall be light.
What's going to happen in that light? Go ahead.
And it shall be in that day that living waters shall go out from Jerusalem, half of them toward the former sea, and half of them toward the hinder sea. In the summer and in winter shall it be. And the Lord shall be king over all the earth, and that day shall there be one Lord, and his name one.
Didn't Christ say that? It's going to be one Lord and his name one. So with that, I want to say shalom. Happy new moon. Happy third month. And all praise to the one Lord, one true God that we got.